And as opposed to recording, there's a question from David Spodek who asked, I've heard that many musicians, famous or not, suffer from performance anxiety, even after decades of performing in front of audiences. Is that ever an issue for you? Do you ever feel like that before you go on?
Yeah, every show. Every show.
Is there any ritual to preparing for that?
I'm nervous before every show. And not to the point where some people I've heard about who have terrible stage fright, and often they end up, they just don't play live anymore. You know, I've known people who've done that. In some cases continue to make great records. But I mean, and I've known people who throw up before every show, and all this kind of, I'm not that bad, but I do get nervous before every show. And I think it's because I still give a shit, you know, quite honestly. And it amazes me how many people are out there grinding away on the road who actually are just going through the motions and they don't really care anymore. And, you know, band members who refuse to talk to each other off stage. I can't understand it. You know, I mean, we're lucky we're doing something that, it is hard work, but it's fun as well. So, and I want to do it, I want every night to be great, because even if there's like 10 people out there, they all bought tickets and they're on our side, you know. So that's one of the ways I get around feeling nervous. It's like you know, like take a deep breath and tell yourself, the audience that's out there are not hostile. Usually, there was a time when they were, going back quite a long way. So, I mean, for many years, I was used to the idea if you go on stage and you try to win them over, you know, you don't run away with your tail between your legs. You know, you say, well, I'm up here and I'm going to do the best I can, and you may as well listen, because I'm not going away. And so I learned quite early on to take that kind of attitude to it, because it was either that or, well, I'm not going to do this then. It's not for me. It's the way I saw it.
Is there ever a point in the show where you feel like it crosses over? You've gone from the place where you feel nervous to, okay, this is the center of the show and I feel this and this is happening?
Yeah, very often. Usually it happens that at some point in the show, I just feel comfortable and it just flows and it's okay. Sometimes it's as soon as I walk on stage, the vibe is just good and it sounds good and I think, yeah, this is going to be a good one.
And the audience reacts. And
yeah, sometimes it just clicks. Sometimes it takes a while to settle in, and occasionally you get a gig where it never quite feels right, you know, and you still do the best you can. And it's weird, sometimes you come off stage and people say, wow, that was a great show, and you think, well, glad you think so. What else can you say?